Welcome to the Boss Ladies Mindset channel, powered by Crown for Success, the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We are a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in business and mindset mastery. Each one of our episodes will share valuable tips, resources, interviews, and empowering information that will help boss ladies design a life and business they're crazy as fuck about.
Hi ladies, I'm Maya. I'm one of the newest RVPs for Crown for Success. I joined in 2019 and graduated in early 2020, so this year, which is super exciting. Hope you guys are all staying safe and sane, as I like to say. So my background is in sales. I've been in sales for over 15 years, so a long time. At least I feel like it's a long time, but it flew by. I decided to join Crown for Success because I wanted to move my brand forward. I wanted to learn just so many things, but I also wanted to join a group of women that could help me just grow in so many ways. And I found this group of women, and it has been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad I did it. I joke all the time, but it's not really a joke, it's serious, that it is the best thing I did in 2019. Besides getting married, I got married, so. But I have been in sales for over 15 years. I have been in leadership for over 10 years. That's really my forte. Besides sales, I love leadership. I love giving leadership advice. I am super passionate about leadership. That is really what I do. I have led teams of over 100 and teams of one, which I guess if you have yourself and another person, you're a team. That's how I feel, at least. So I've worked with companies that are Fortune 500s, Fortune 100s, specifically in the retail space. That's kind of like my niche. But then I've worked with startups, and I've worked with some interesting brands too that are up and coming. And I've worked in the tech space. I've worked in manufacturing space. I worked in a couple different areas that would be a little shocking once we chatted and we talked about it. But overall, my passion is leadership, and that's what I have built my brand on. My brand is my opinion. It was born in 2017. Some say it was born way before that because it's a play on my name and who I am. So obviously my name is Maya, and I'm super opinionated. So my friends used it as a nickname for me and my personality and who I am. So my opinion was born many, many years ago because of who I am. I just kind of tell it like it is, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel, and I'll also tell you exactly what you should do, how you should do it, when it's welcomed. I learned that the hard way a long time ago. But I feel very passionately about leading through transparency and honesty. And I decided to launch a podcast about that. However, prior to my podcast being launched about leadership, I launched my podcast and this brand in 2017 because I already had this brand. I had this brand in mind. I already knew that I wanted to have my opinion. That was me. But I didn't know how to do it. Well, in 2017, I launched the podcast. I had been on a reality dating show, and it wasn't really me, but I was inspired to do it. And it was great. I had 3 seasons of my podcast. It did really well. I had a co-host, but I wanted to move on. I really wanted to talk about the things that I was passionate about. So I took a break. I really rebranded. I really thought about who I was, what I wanted my opinion to look like, what I wanted my follower to look like inside and out, and who she was and who I am and what message I wanted to be out there. And I know how passionate I am about leadership. I know that is what I am the expert in, and I know that's what I enjoy doing and giving back. And so I completely rebranded, and my brand is Leadership, Life, and Love. It's just my opinion, and that is my opinion, and that's what I talk about on my podcast. I now have a coordinating blog that has just launched. That's what I've been working on, so that will be out next week. And I've relaunched my website as well, my myopinionpodcast.com site that coordinates with all of this, which is super exciting. And my podcast is actually embedded into the site as well, which I've had before, but again, it was a totally different site and feel. It wasn't truly my brand, and this is my brand, and I'm really excited about that. When I'm working with queens like all of you ladies, I really hope that you walk away feeling empowered. And I know a lot of coaches out there, or leadership coaches, or anyone teaching you or helping you says that, but for me it means something else. I hope that I can take you to the next level in your business as a leader. I think every leader is in a unique situation in their role, because no two work situations are exactly the same. So I hope that you walk away from our interaction, whether we meet in public or if we meet through work, or if I'm working with you through the internet, or however we meet, I hope that I can inspire you and help you to become a better leader, and in any way, in any possible way. But I hope that you find inspiration to go back to your team and empower your team too. My big thing is finding out your why. Why are you doing what you do? And why is your team doing what they do? And I talk about this on my podcast, on my Opinion podcast. And I think with leadership too, one of my biggest passions is really just understanding who you are, your why, and understanding who you are and why you're doing what you're doing, and how both of those things marry together. And when I'm helping women, I think that is so important, because once they understand that, everything else becomes so clear. And I think my third thing that is so important when I'm helping queens and teaching leaders or future leaders is to effectively communicate and ensure that you are effectively communicating to your team, effectively communicating to your peers, effectively communicating to anyone that's helping you with your business or anyone in your life. It's really, really important. And if you can, this is one of the reasons that I was an English major in college, and I didn't really know what I was going to do with that. I just knew I was good at it. I actually transitioned at one point, but I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I wanted to go to law school. But I quickly realized if you can effectively communicate, you can really do anything with your life. So that is one thing that I hope that you take away when you work with me. So that's something that I do want to give all of you. And as something that I do, I am a leadership coach. That's something that I help with. I am so passionate about helping women with leadership. So right now, if you want to book a session with me for an hour, I will help you. I will look at your business. I will look at how to help you with leadership and where you can improve, how you can effectively communicate with your team. 100% for free, 1 hour with me. In my opinion, I will look at your leadership skills. I will look at how you're dealing with your team, and or if you are working at home and you have your own business and you work by yourself, maybe you don't have a team, but you want to see how you are working as a leader. I'm also an expert in working from home. So I'm also helping women who work from home and they're working from home perhaps for the first time. I'm an expert in working from home. I've worked from home for 10 years. So I'm also doing an hour session for free. If you don't need the full hour for either of these, that's okay. But you can book a full hour with me right now for free, complimentary, just to dive in, see if you like my strategy. We can talk, chat, we can go through your entire process of either your leadership, or if you're really struggling working from home. Those are two things that I really specialize in. I really hadn't been talking much about working from home in an isolated way. I talk about it in a leadership function because it's become so popular, remote working. It's something I talked about on my latest podcast that I just released this week on the My Opinion podcast. But I am doing both of those right now. If you guys go to my website at myopinionpodcast.com, if you go to how can Maya help and just click there and type in how I can help you, I will definitely reach back out to you, and you can book your 1 hour session with me. And whether it's working from home and I can give you advice on that and leading from home, or if I can give you advice about your leadership skills and how you can lead more effectively. And really, one of my biggest expertise is leading from afar, because I've done that for over 10 years as well. And I know a lot of you are leading from afar for the first time, and I am happy to help with that. I think I've already given you one of my biggest pieces of advice, but I think if you can effectively communicate, you can do anything. And I think sometimes as leaders, we struggle to communicate effectively to some people on our team because we don't always understand some people on our team. And that's okay, because we have so many different personalities, and that is something that I really, really specialize in. And I love personality tests. I love things like that. There's so many different things you can do. And so I really encourage you guys to reach out. I would love to help each and every one of you. And again, it's an hour free with me. Would love to chat with you. You guys can find me on Instagram at Maya Roffler. You can find my podcast on Instagram as well at My Opinion. It's my name, Maya, and then Pinion Podcast on Instagram, or you can just go to my website, myopinionpodcast.com, or we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on all the major platforms as well, My Opinion Podcast. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys spend some time with me and sign up. You can just, again, go to my website, My Opinion Podcast, and click on How Can Maya Help, and type in your information and let me know how I can help you, and we'll set up an hour session on how I can help you with leadership, working from home, or being a remote leader. Thank you so much, and have a great day, ladies.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Boss Ladies Mindset channel powered by Crown for Success. Please tune in next week for another episode, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at rvpqueens, at The Girl Gang Confidential, at Crown for Success, at Strong Women Are Beautiful, and of course at Boss Ladies Mindset.